Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Adams Rite 91-0459-02 Mortise Kit for the 3090 keyless lock. We're going to look at that. This is a Mortise Kit, and what the Mortise Kit actually does is it's like a transmission, really, is what it is. There is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page, and this is what's going to allow you to convert, the transference of, rotating the lever to being able to pull your Adams Rite dead latch back, is the bottom line. Why would you need this? Well, like all things in life, things fatigue. They fail. They break, is the bottom line. And there it is. It's a rather elaborate cam plug, really, is what it is. It includes two two cams. The one that's installed is the right-hand reverse, stamped on there, right-hand reverse. Then there's the opposite hand here, left-hand reverse. You're going to get a couple of screws for holding it all together. Okay. You're going to get the... Let's see, what else you're going to get here. You're going to get the conversion for a concealed vertical rod kit, the 91-0160 with the small screw that you'll need to hold it on. Okay. If you were to remove this tail piece and you want to take a rim cylinder, is the bottom line. So you'll get that. So it's not uncommon to sell this item, and while I don't sell them often, you've got to have a lot of movement on that 3000 series Adams Rite unit, a 3090. Of course, it's Kaba, that's 3000 series for aluminum storefront. Interesting that it's a 3000 series part number, though, for their E-Force lock. So let's do this. Why you're going to buy it, parts wear out. Maybe it was vandalized, maybe it was broken, maybe it was lost during installation. Whatever the reason is. It comes complete to do a mortise cylinder application. Either hand of door will allow you to do a concealed vertical rod type application where you've got a rim cylinder. Let's switch to the screen view where we can take a look at some supporting documentation. Here's the item that we are indeed looking at. Mortise Kit, they call it. It's a cam plug. If you were looking at a 4590, it's a cam plug is what this is called. At least that's how I know it. It's not obviously how they call it. We do have some images of it. Let's take a look at those now. The packaging. It's pretty much everything you're getting. That's going to be the lock side. Side view. Shows where the two screws will go into the back of the lock for installation. The cam side. The other cam. The concealed vertical rod. And then your two mounting screws. So let's do this. Let's click on the link to the parts page. That's going to show you the E-Force 3090. Shows you the kit. They do not indicate that 2 and 3 come together, but in this client's order, 2 and 3 came together. Actually, no, the client ordered 4. Let's take a look at 4. Yeah, Mortise Kit dead latch. So the client literally ordered a 91-04-59-02. Yeah, that's the difference, the 02. So this did include this part here. And when I've sold these in the past, they have been included. So there you go. This is handy because you can see the other potential replacement parts. You see that there's not much. If you need the business end of the lock, you're going to buy a new lock. But the battery holder, not uncommon to sell those at all. I do sell what I call the cam plugs occasionally. This service kit or mounting kit, I've sold that before as well. I don't recall having sold a lever, but I imagine that I have. Now, a really good document is going to be the installation instructions, which are here. And having, reviewed these, we're just going to scroll through to where we see the part that we're dealing with here. Okay, configuring the 3094 lock series. So if you have a lock versus an exit device, this is the part where you're going to configure that. You can see, your cam plug is going to be facing the lock. Your cylinder here is going to interface. And this is one of those installation instructions where it's helpful to scroll down through, because what you're actually doing is what we're seeing here is the front of a right-hand reverse door. The back of the rear side of the 3090 is going to interface with this portion of the cam plug. Then on the opposite side, you're going to have your cam, which is what's going to retract the latch, and you're going to attach with the two screws directly to the lock body. And you can see where the tailpiece adapter, which is properly called the CVR kit, comes into play should you need it. And as we scroll through, installing the mortise cylinder, you get that into the lock itself on the outside. And here they're showing the back of the lock, okay, with that tailpiece coming right in here. So pretty straightforward application. Like most things Adams Rite, when you start taking it apart, it becomes readily apparent. The rest of all of this is programming. You've done the mechanical installation at this point. With Adams Rite, it's readily apparent when you start disassembling the hardware that it's pretty obvious, how it goes together. And that's, I think, a compliment to their engineering. Let's wrap up this video on camera, but before we do, there's a link below this video here to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Adams Rite products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog, and a link to the parts manual. Not every part is listed in here because they don't publish a parts diagram for every item that they make, unfortunately, but what's published we do have there for our use, to be able to determine what part numbers there are. It's thankful that we can get our hands on, this parts drawing to find out what part you need for doing all of this. Also, there is other information here. Encyclopedic documents are here. I would encourage you to review the product catalog. If you're a locksmith, you're probably intimately familiar with Adams Rite. But if you're not, or don't deal with hardware often, or you deal with hardware only when you're using it as a means to an end, you should familiarize yourself with their product line, or at least bookmark the page to the catalog, because they have a very unique product offering. What I mean by that is they make deadbolts and dead latches and flush locks and exit devices. They make electric strikes. They make a whole bunch of cylinder accessories and electrified hardware. Sliding door locks, they have a really great sliding door lock. When it comes to specialty type locks, like a bottom rail lock, they have cylinder operated flush bolts as well. You don't find those in just any company. So Adams Rite has this confluence of really related yet unusual hardware that I use the Adams Rite book not only to get part numbers, but sometimes as an idea book or a picture book to help me solve problems. Let's wrap up this video on camera. In conclusion, a typical item, Adams Rite keeps the flow of these parts relatively simple and straightforward. In the rare occasions where they make, that doesn't go in there, in the rare occasions where they make an error, they make it good pretty quickly. They acknowledge that occasionally they forget to pack something in something, but they're pretty decent about it, in fact. A lot more so than other companies, thankfully. Adams Rite is up under the Assa Abloy umbrella, which means that her sister companies are going to be several and many. Rockwood, Pemco, Hess, Folger Adam, Yale, Corbin Russwin, Sargent, Medico. Countless others, if you really look in the Asa Abloy umbrella, like M-Tech would be another name. Alarm Controls would be another name that are under that umbrella. Good people over in their technical support department. The hallmark about their tech support department is they answer, they respond, they actually respond. And they have done so for years for me without fail. And to them I say thank you very much. Any questions on the Adams Rite 91-045902 or any other Adams Rite product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.